What's up everyone? Jason Was a Gentile here. I'm here to show you my quiver. So you can see I have 4 skateboards here, and I have been skateboarding every other day. I just haven't been recording. And so yes, so when you start building out your skateboards, they call it a quiver. I think they do that with surfboards too. And so the fun thing about that I've been learning about having a quiver is each board specializes in something a little bit different. And so it's fun to be able to just have them in the garage and just tool around and just do these different things, because these different boards are designed for different things. So I'm gonna assume you don't know anything, and I've actually just learned all this stuff, and so that's why I'm shooting this video. So all right, so this is a popsicle shaped board, and what I've learned is that skateboards have different sizes, and so this is an 8.5 width, and I got this for like $100 on Amazon, and the company is called CCS, which stands for California Cheapskates. It came with these trucks, and then what I did was I took the stock wheels off of it, and I put some cloud wheels from Amazon that were like $40. And these are called Ricta cloud wheels, and I put new bearings in them. And so the bearings that I put in are called Bones Red bearings. So I used this skateboard when I first started skateboarding on my channel. This was the only skateboard that I used on my channel, and it was primarily the main skateboard that I used. So I would use this on the tennis court and the basketball court and the skate park. Now for me, primarily, at least the type of skater that I am, I'm just using this for when I'm at the skate park, because I like how smooth the skate park surface is and the ramps, and this is perfect because it has the tail on both sides, so I can go up and come down fakie and then flick around, and I can navigate using the pockets of this board. So this popsicle stick. And then this board right here, I bought on Amazon as well. So this is like what they call like a complete deck. And so this is a Magneto board, $100, $125, something like that. And then it's got the super wide wheels, and it's just got the stock trucks. And now, one thing that I've been learning about skateboards is that there's 4 main components that you got to think about. One, besides the deck, the wheels, how wide are the wheels, and how hard are the wheels. So there's that, and there's sizings that indicate all of that information. There's the truck, and then there's the bearings, the bushings, which is this red thing here, which determines how much play. See, look, this skateboard right here, you can tell this doesn't have very much play. So just by going like this, I can tell you that the turning is really stiff. If you want the turning to be looser, you want to be able to turn tighter turns, this thing right here is called a kingpin. And so you loosen this kingpin, that makes it looser, but also these bushings, they have softer bushings that you can buy. So when you buy, what I've learned is, which is something I've never known, is you can replace these components to suit your needs and your riding style. So my plan is to replace these bushings eventually. So basically this guy, what this is best for is just going straight. And if you want to kind of do like a crosswalk to the top, that's what this is. And this is not really designed for that. This is really just designed for going straight. So if I just want to go straight and I want to push like 4 or 5, practice pushing like 4 or 5 times in a row, that's what I do with this. The thing that's really refreshing about this is it's extra stable, which is different than this one. It turns a lot easier. This is probably like up there for one of my favorites. And so this is a surf skate. And then the cool thing about this is look how loose the front truck is. And so see, this is a lot tighter, but this front truck is very loose, and so you can take these really tight, swoopy turns, which is supposed to emulate surfing. And so it's just got a lot of play. And so when you get on it at first, especially when I've been riding anything else in my quiver, It takes a little getting used to at first, and then once I start to get used to it, I start trusting the board, then I start to be able to do things on this board that I'm not able to do on any of the other boards. And I typically like to ride this on really, really smooth surfaces, like a bigger smooth surface, like two tennis courts next to each other with nobody on them, so I can do figure eights and stuff on both courts. But I also will settle for the basketball court because it's really smooth surface, and this is super fun. It's called the Surfskate. The leader of this board I have is a it's like Flow. So this was like $140 on Amazon. They have ones that are more expensive. I think this brand called Carver is one of the leaders. And so that's like, that would be like your entry level Surfskate. This is kind of like this is an electric skateboard. And so this it has a remote. And so you power this up and you just use this button right here to accelerate. And excuse me. So this deck right here is from an electric skateboard that I had previously bought called J King, and then the battery died. So I took the battery and the trucks that it came with off, and I bought this. I really like this deck. It's like a fishtail style deck, and it's a nice stance. You can see where my feet land. They land right here. My foot, I would actually like this to be a little skinnier. That way my heel could be towards the end and my nose could be towards the end, so I can distribute my weight properly. But I like how the handles are here like this because this board is heavy. It's got a battery, and these, you could take these off and just put it on another deck. The cool thing that I did, which this little skateboard journey has taught me, it's about swapping out wheels, bearings, bushings. I don't find the need to swap out trucks at this point, but so I changed out the wheels recently. These wheels are, see how wide they are? These are called orangutans. They're $100 wheels. And so, and the orangutans came with new bushings, new bearings I mean. And then I swapped out the bushings with orangutans as well. These are the soft orangutans. And so now I'm getting more play. Not as much play as I get on the Surfskate. However, when I'm getting up to top speed with this, I am experiencing a little bit of wobble. So I think it's loose as I need it to do. And now I can do some really nice carves on this board, but not as tight as I can on the Surfskate. And I think that's good because I'm getting up more speed on the electric skateboard. The thing that I like about this is I can rip on the pavement for super long periods of time. These wheels are soft enough to where it's an enjoyable experience, and I can skate for I could just go rip for like 20 minutes straight, like listen to, I think in terms of how many songs. And so I can listen to I can skate and listen to I probably never do more than 10 songs because my front leg is so tired. It's like an endless wave. So I'm just carving and working on distributing my weight and doing tighter carves and just having fun and cruising without having to push it all. And so that's my quiver. Electric skateboard in the quiver, a Surfskate, I believe this is called a pintail longboard, and a popsicle board for the skate park. More to come, but that's what I got so far. I hope you learned something, hope you enjoy. Build out your quiver. Tell me in the comments what you got.